23 minutes after 11 is the time. Phil's in Worksop. Phil, what would you like to say?
Wow, isn't the Tory party different compared to what it used to be a few years ago? I mean, oh my goodness me. I don't even know where to start. I mean, I go and look at the coalition government, for example, with David Cameron and Nick Clegg, and I remember the big society. Do you know what I'm on about when I say that, James, right?
Yes.
He was giving that speech of, together we need to be in it, and it's only going to work if we come together and work together. You can't imagine Rishi Sunak saying any of that now, because it seems to be that divisiveness wins. It's hey, let's say something controversial about trans people, or let's say something controversial about immigrants because we want to attract that kind of market. Just absolute nonsense, if I'm honest. It just seems to be stop the boats. I couldn't have imagined that being a tagline for the Tory party a few years ago. And stop the boats. It's meaningless. It's actually quite offensive, in my opinion, as well. I mean, more focus is needed on the cost of living crisis. I think if he'd have gone into the election going, hey, we know things are pretty bad right now, the economy is not great, but we have got a plan to make this better, I actually think they would have picked up a lot more of the sensible Tory vote, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it would have involved... Well, how much denigration of what went before would that have involved? Because, I mean, the problem with someone like Braverman is he tries to keep her sweet and she stings him anyway.
Oh, it really is silly. I mean, somebody must be advising him to say all of this stuff. There must be, the party sort of consensus, hey, we've done data on X, Y, Z, but we know that immigration, yes, okay, people talk about it all the time, but it isn't the hot topic that it's being made out to be. It's like, people are really worried about their local jobs, their lives, and whether they're going to have any disposable income or any income at all, for that matter. And they should focus on that.
Yeah, I mean, you make it sound bleeding obvious, Phil, if you don't mind me saying so. I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
They just seem to be wanting to take the reform vote, which I kind of understand, but then that is a vote that's only short-lived, isn't it?
Yeah.
Things turn around.
And then something else will pop up. There'll be some other, whether it's disabled people or unemployed people, or they'll just find another section of humanity to other and demonise, and the new person to the right of the Tory party will start insisting that all our problems are down to all the money that we give in sickness benefit or something like that. So again, this is emerging, isn't it, as a theory or a thesis? It's like their head. Did you have an Action Man when you were young with eagle eyes?
Yes.
So it's as if their eagle eyes Action Man is stuck facing in one direction. They can only look to the right. They've completely forgotten how to look to the left.
They have indeed. I mean, even my family, which are a family of Conservative voters, as a rule, they are now going, they're a bit dodgy. And I'm surprised. I mean, I was the kind of rebellious one. I do vote very differently to my family,
sure.
In that I vote Liberal Democrat usually. I know that sometimes that's a losing vote around here, but I know how hard the team work. And that's the point of politics. We kind of made it a political thing of, you can only vote for one or the other, and it's so hard for people, who are actually decent and are not career politicians to actually get heard and stand in a democratic process.
Indeed. Phil, I'm keeping the bar very, very high.